what do we have here? We have the TS193, a Twosun with titanium frames and a beautiful, oh, what is the steel on this blade? Let's see, does it say? It does, it's a D2. Plain old D2 blade. This is one of my favorite knives because of the work Colin Finigan did on the anodizing.
Colin's Crazy Creations!
Just really, really awesome work. So, first thing I want to do is say that Colin Finigan is just the best at doing this kind of shit, man. If you want your knife to look way better than everyone else's, send it to him. He will kill it, knock it out of the park, make it super badass. And his work is just impeccable. Just look at those, how the colors fade, and just do all kinds of cool stuff. So that I will always be happy with this knife. But I just wanted to start out the follow-up review, the final review, and saying I can't recommend the actual Twosun knife. Colin Finigan I will recommend all day, but the actual Twosun 193 I can't recommend. Now maybe other people have had better luck, but this one in particular at least has a lock issue. So I'm not pressing on the lock. Let's see if I can, yep, there we go. Ouch, I just cut myself on it. That was my fault. So the lock fails. It fails pretty regularly. Sometimes it won't fail if the button is turned a certain way. Let's see if I can make it happen. Nope, that's even easier. Wow, it failed super easy that time. Oof. Bad, bad, bad. Okay, so I still carry this knife. I still use it. I use it the same way I would use a slip joint because I trust it, the button, you know, the lock, about as much as I trust the slip joint. Yeah, I can't get it. Sometimes I'll be using it and I'll notice that it stays locked up and it won't come unlocked. But this one, I'm pulling pretty hard on it, but ouch. Oops, I just about cut myself. I keep trying to hurt myself on this thing. And again, that's why I can't recommend it. It's not safe to use as a lockable knife. Now, if you want to get it and just keep in mind that it's actually a slip joint that with a button that you can kind of play with, then that's a different thing. But otherwise, I can't recommend it. So, what are the other things about it though? Like other than the fact that it doesn't lock up and it's unsafe. The blade geometry, the cutting geometry on the blade is just excellent. Super, super tall grind. Comes down to a very nicely thin edge. It cuts stuff just great. The handle grip is excellent, in large part because of these cuts. Now these cuts weren't done by Colin Finigan, these were done by Twosun. He just anodized them, and you know, he sanded them and polished them and did other things to them, but he didn't change it much. So that's, you know, these shapes, these patterns on here were cut in fairly deep, I assume by milling, but it might have been laser, I don't know. But however it was done, they give really nice grip. So it has really nice grip on the handle so that you can grip it really tight when the button breaks loose and then it cuts your thumb or whatever. Okay, so that part of it is good. The grip is good. The blade is good. The only bad part is the button lock is, I mean, you know, it seems to work. It seems like it's working. But then when you try to press it backwards against something, you don't even have to tap it, but you can. I mean, you can, there we go. Yep. So not great. And you know, nothing was done on this knife to mod the button at all. I didn't, not that I've never done that, but I never polished the button or did anything to change the action of the knife. I sent it to Colin right after I got it, and he did the work on it, and I think it, you know, I never messed with it before I sent it, but I'm sure it broke loose before. So in fact, maybe I'll check into that and see if other people have had the same issue with the button breaking free, and if it's not just a one-time thing. But like I said, you know, it could be that every other one of the TS 193s doesn't have a bad button lock. Maybe this is just a lemon. It could be, man, it happens. But I can't recommend it because mine will not lock up properly. Pocket clip works great. Pocket clip has a neat little thing that it does that most clips don't do, for me anyway. As you pull it out of the pocket, it makes a pop noise. I think in part that's because these handles, these titanium frames, are so hollowed out that it's almost like a little drum. So when it pops, it makes a nice noise. And then the knife opening and closing itself kind of makes some decent sound. Kind of has a nice little sound to it. But unfortunately, you know, doesn't stay locked. So, you know, I can't say too much more about it other than not recommended as a useful tool, as a lockable, usable tool. I did take some really cool pictures of it, showing how awesome it looks out here in the nature. I'll put some of those up with some closing music, and I will tell you all to have a nice day. When you were here before, I couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I want to have control.